Hello Disney Infinity Trainers, welcome back to another episode of my Let's Build a Toybox series here on iStarlyTV. I believe this is episode number 10. Alright, so we're making some progress here. Alright, so today we are playing as Falcon because he's really cool and because he flies very fast. And I just want to kind of show you the aerial view of our Toybox world so far. Look at that kind of Tomorrowland area kind of coming together really nicely. I think it looks really cool. So today we're actually not going to spend a whole lot of time in Tomorrowland. I'm actually just going to show you a couple things that I've done. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to a couple new things. We're actually going to be adding some new kind of entrances to new worlds here today. So hopefully that'll be a lot of fun. And so I have only made quite minor changes to Tomorrowland, or minor additions, I suppose. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So first you notice, I'll probably be moving these buildings because it kind of looks ugly with them, going overlapping the track piece around it. But I do like that blue track. I think it looks kind of fitting and kind of nice. Over here I put a line for Space Mountain, and I'm probably going to put some cast members there, so it'll be like they're waiting in line to ride Space Mountain. That'll be kind of cool. And then over here I kind of separated this piece of terrain, and what I plan to do is some kind of, like, I don't know, hangar or kind of parking area, and I'm going to put just a bunch of different vehicles, and then of course I'm going to be populating the sky so that it looks a lot more lively. But basically this is Tomorrowland for right now. And we'll go ahead and drop on by here again in a future episode, but for right now, we're going to move on to something different because just like the farm in the beginning of the series, I don't want to spend way too much time on any given section of our toy box unless you really enjoy it. So go ahead and let me know what you think of what I've been doing. Do you really enjoy me building Tomorrowland, or do you want me to move on to something else for now? What exactly would you like to see? I'm definitely interested in that. And look how fast Falcon is. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give you a heads up on what I want to be adding to my toy box eventually, and I think it's really awesome. I want to add basically Frontierland, Adventureland, Fantasyland, and Toontown, because we already have Main Street and we already have Tomorrowland, and so why not continue with proper Disney fashion, and we'll do my own adaptation of Fantasyland, Frontierland, Adventureland in the toy box, which I think will be awesome. So this is my adaptation of Main Street. This is my own personal Main Street, just as that is my own personal Tomorrowland. And so if you take a look at the meter here, as you can see, it's getting up there on the right hand side, that top notch. I honestly don't know what each of those symbols mean. However, you can tell that that top notch up there is pretty high. So I think it's time that we start kind of branching out into our toy box world. I hope that I'll still have room to kind of branch out going that way and going that way, like I said I wanted to do. And so we'll kind of save that for another date. I have a couple ideas for different places that I want to add to these sides, and it would be cool to have, Tomorrowland, Frontierland, Main Street, Fantasyland, etc., all in just one toy box area. However, I don't know if that's going to be the case, if we're going to end up lucky enough to do that, but we're going to try for that eventually. So for right now, I have an idea, actually a couple ideas. The first is, and these are all just kind of gonna kind of be like entryways to these new worlds. We're gonna work on developing them within the next couple episodes. We'll probably start working on one today, and then the other one whenever we finish that. So first we're gonna put a door here, because as you can see, we have the candy symbol above it, as well as this ice cream cone. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make this the candy world, which is another world that, it's not a Disney area. However, I kind of wanted to do that because I like it. So this is going to be our candy world. We don't have a name for it just yet, and we won't be entering in it just yet either. So we'll be working on that one in a future episode, but just so you know what's to come in this toy box. Additionally, whoa, sorry about that. Sorry. Alright, additionally, there's our farm over there. Look at that. I already started developing it, but this is going to be Frontierland. And basically, this is kind of the entry point to Frontierland. And so I'm going to make it so that there are two possible entryways. You can go straight through the door, or You can jump right in this log ride, which is pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna put some water here. Let's see, we probably need some kind of railing over here. Let's see, I don't know what we're doing here. Let's see, over here. Or we could just do it basic. We'll do it basic for now, just so I don't spend too much time on this episode thinking of what to do. And we're gonna go ahead and do the flat piece. Large floor. Sure, why not? And we'll go ahead and, I like that flag. We'll go ahead and, you know, add some railing or something later. But for right now, they added a lot of cool new pieces here too. What is that? Feeling blue? No, I don't think feeling blue is the right one. We're looking for the water one. There's one that looks exactly like water. It's pretty awesome. And we're gonna just go ahead and set the theme here. And then we're just gonna go ahead and delete this one just because it's a little easier to do it this way. I didn't really think of that. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and move the log over here. Okay, there. Oh, no, it's not supposed to happen. There we go. All right, so it's gonna kind of be like that. I mean, that's kind of weird and random. We'll decorate that up. We'll dress it up a little bit. But this is gonna be kind of a cool entryway. I might put a cast member here too, just kind of to greet us. But let's go ahead and work on this. So the properties, we're gonna do. We don't have a locator tag for now, and we're gonna do a new toy box. But actually, first, let's go ahead and do this. When you hop into the log, so this is a logic connection. When the log is entered, you can travel to Frontierland. Nope. Oh, are you serious? Can you not? Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. We're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, which is basically you walk in through the door. I guess that's fine. Properties. Destination, a new toy box. Empty toy box. And it's gonna be called sorry, not Tomorrowland, Frontierland. And I'm thinking that our Frontierland and our Fantasyland can kind of be together in one door. So this will not only lead to Frontierland, it'll also lead to Fantasyland. Sorry. It will also lead to Adventureland and maybe Fantasyland as well, but I don't know if we're going to be able to fit 3 different worlds. So we'll just kind of stick with the you know, Frontierland and probably Adventureland for now. So we're going to travel to Frontierland and we're going to build that today. At least with whatever time we have remaining in this video, which is probably maybe 5 or so minutes. Okay, so here we are, and I have no plans for what I want to do with this. Maybe we'll do something that kind of resembles Splash Mountain. That's pretty awesome. I know that there is a Splash Mountain kind of set piece in Disney Infinity as well. Let's go ahead and set the theme then first. Let's see if we have something for that. And again, this is just completely brand new. And maybe Dragon's Domain, that kind of sounds cool. Let's take a look. Okay, I like this. Okay, well, either way, we'll decide on that in a little bit. First, we definitely want to start with our building. So, Frontier, when I imagine Frontier, I don't know, I probably have a really kind of one-sided, I guess, idea of what that could mean. So, let's actually start by, let's see. Go. Actually, I did make a mistake. We're kind of trapped here right now. I didn't save it, and so basically right now there is no way. So we're gonna need a door if we want to return to Main Street, right? So let's go ahead and work on that. Okay, so luckily the door automatically goes back there, so that's kind of cool. And we'll do the door locator. We'll do 1. And I'll show you what that means right now. It basically kind of lets you choose where you end up when you leave this toy box. So wait, let's go ahead and save it first. Let's not make that mistake twice. So once you connect the doors, you should be saving them. And let's see, this is going to be on our let's build. There we go. Overwrite. The level name, yeah, so basically, yeah, everything looks good. That's how it should look. So we're gonna go ahead and save it like that. So hopefully that worked. If not, I'm going to cry. Just kidding, it should have worked. Alright, so unfortunately we probably won't have a lot of time. So maybe for the next couple episodes I'll go back to using my capture card, because again that doesn't have a time limit, so I can go ahead and work on this as much as I want. But in between this episode and the next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of, you know, experiment with what I want to do with the Frontierland, and so that when I do start the next episode I'll have an idea for how that should look. So let's go ahead and enter. Oops. Alright. There we go. Okay, cool. So everything worked, and we're going to put the destination, the locator, as number 1. We'll go ahead and put that outside of the Frontierland entrance. So as soon as our beautiful world is done building, and that up house is, anyone who's in that up house is probably very, very dizzy at this point. Alright, for some reason it changed to the farm sky. I have no idea why. Alright, so let's go ahead and face this way. Look, you can see that little townsperson over there. He's trying to get in. He wants to go to Frontierland as well, but unfortunately, at least for right now, he cannot. Let's go to Creativitoys, and we're going to look for the locators. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to put this right outside the entrance, and by default, it is facing us. So if we want to move it... No, I think this should be fine. Yeah, you just exit right out of here. So this is going to be properties, and that's going to be the destination tag, and we put number 1. So basically what that means is, because this is number 1 and because our door inside of Frontierland says locator number 1, when you leave Frontierland you'll re-exit right here, whereas otherwise you would go right all the way back to the starting point. So that's a pretty good way to kind of control where we are. So let's see. So it does work. It did kind of save. That's pretty awesome. Okay, we'll take that. Okay then. So we'll go ahead and save it. Well, I'm going to save it anyway, so I won't save it on screen because that's just going to take too much more time. So that's basically it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. I know it was pretty uneventful, but I am going to make Frontierland awesome. So Frontierland is next, and then maybe in a few more episodes, once we kind of get that going, then we'll come back to Tomorrowland and go ahead and finish that one up. But I like having these multiple different projects just because it keeps things fresh, and yeah, it keeps you going back. It allows us to develop multiple things so that by the end of this we'll have just a humongous world. And here's our Candyland door, which we will also be working on. However, for right now, I hope you enjoyed. Definitely go ahead and suggest what you want me to do. Rex, excuse me please. Rex, your butt is right in our face. Okay. I'm just gonna go over here. Anyways, and he's following me. So go ahead and suggest what you like to see. What are you enjoying about this series? And what do you want to see more of? And what haven't I done yet that you would like to see? Also, definitely leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you have yet to already, so you can see all of these updates as they come out. And I definitely appreciate all of the support everyone has been giving me. I'm having so much fun with this series, and I hope you are too. So I definitely want to make this more about the community as well. So thank you for watching.
He's a horse of me.